Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to another video today. My name is Chris, and today is Sunday, November 14th, 2021. So yes, guys, it is the final day of operation for many Sears locations and also one Kmart location. Now, yes, guys, there was a last-minute change. The Kmart store at the Crossroads Shopping Center in White Plains, New York, will be shutting down not this Wednesday, but the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and there will be a video on that topic. It was confirmed from a senior manager of the Kmart, or rather the senior manager of the liquidation. That store would actually be staying opened a little bit longer. So for anybody living in White Plains or in Westchester County, you do have a little bit of extra time to visit the Kmart store at the Crossroads Shopping Center in White Plains, New York. Now, today we're going to go over the list of the stores that will be closing for the final time today. It is approximately 6 Sears stores and 1.5 Kmart stores. So a total of 7.5 stores will be shutting down for the final time today, and it includes the Sears. Well, these are all Sears and Roebuck, but I'm going to call them Sears for simplification purposes only. So we have the Sears store at the Stonewood Center in Downey, California, the Sears store at the Hastings Ranch Plaza in Pasadena, California, the Sears freestanding store in Brooklyn, New York, that has a Kmart department, the Sears store at the Queen Kamaku Center in Kalakaui, Hawaii, the Sears store at the Woodfield Mall in Schaumburg, Illinois, the last one in the state of Illinois, same goes for Hawaii, and finally the Sears store at the Colonial Park Mall in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. The Kmart stores that are shutting down today, which is Sunday, November 14th, 2021, include the Kmart Brooklyn mini store in Brooklyn, New York, inside the Sears Roebuck and Company department store, and the Kmart store at the Bay Plaza Shopping Center in the Bronx, New York. And that's the Kmart in Marshall, Michigan. That's closing next Sunday, not this Sunday. So, without further ado, we're going to go over all the locations that are closing. And the first store that we're going to start out with is the Sears store at the Queen Kamaku Center. Kalakaui, Hawaii. It's at the Queen Kamaku Center in Kalakaui, Hawaii. Oh wow, it looks like this one closed earlier than expected. Wow. Or maybe somebody just said, wow. Okay, yeah, they must have liquidated this one pretty quickly. That's what it looks like. Wow, that's pretty interesting that they would liquidate this one pretty quickly. But the news it doesn't come as a shock. I'm sure they had very low inventory levels, and given that this was the last one in Hawaii, I could see why this one was very quick to close. Out of the entire fleet. I mean, this was the last Sears store in Hawaii. Either it permanently closed or it is closing today. It's the Sears store at the Queen Kamaku Center in Kalakaui, Hawaii. The significance behind this: the last Transform Co. owned property that was operating within the state of Hawaii, and the last Sears store in the state of Hawaii, because there are no more Kmarts in Hawaii. So definitely a shame to see this store go. Obviously, the people losing their job at this location, so it's never a good thing. There are full videos going over these locations. This is just more of a kind of like a review video to go over like which locations are closing for the final time today, unfortunately. But sad, obviously. People losing their job, their careers out the window. It's just overall, it really is just very, very unfortunate. So again, the Sears store at the Queen Kamaku Center in Kalakaui, Hawaii, is closing today, or already closed last Sunday, I believe, unfortunately. Okay, so the next Sears store that we're going to do is the Sears store in Downey, California, and that's at the Stonewood Center. And this Sears store, oh wow, it looks like they permanently closed this one too. It looks like this one, it looks like, didn't make it to the very end, unfortunately. This used to be the Broadway department store back in the day. And I do have videos going over each and every single one of these locations. So you guys can, if you guys want to see specific videos going over each of these locations, you'll want to check out my channel. You just type in Sears closing in Downey or Stonewood Center, and you'll find the video in the search bar. You just have to go to my main page of the channel, and then you type in the location where it's located at, and just type closing, and you'll find the video. So I would link all the videos, but it's a lot of videos to link. But you guys can definitely find them and check them out in case you guys have not yet seen them. But again, here it is. This is the Sears store. It used to be the Broadway at the Stonewood Center in Downey, California. And then the Sears Auto Center, I believe, closed last month. So this is no more. So the other Sears store that's closing, it's the Sears store in Pasadena, California, at the Hastings Ranch Plaza. This I also believe is shutting down today. If it hasn't shut down today, I'm sure it already shut down. So again, it's the Sears store at the Hastings Ranch Plaza in Pasadena, California. The Stonewood Center one, that was a 3-floor store. This one actually happens to be a 2-floor Sears store. So 2 Sears stores closing in California today, meaning California will only be down to 4 Sears stores after today. So again, very sad. Obviously, people losing their job. It's never a good thing when people lose their job, especially if they've been there since day one. So again, this is another Sears store that's closing today, which is Sunday, November 14th, 2021, and it's the Sears store at the Hastings Ranch Plaza in. Well, let me get a better view of that Sears logo. So sorry. It's the Sears store at the Hastings Ranch Plaza in Pasadena, California, with the American flag right up there. Okay, so the next location that is unfortunately shutting down. Yeah, you can see you see the big store closing sign. The next Sears store that we're going to hit is the Sears store at the what's it called? The Sears store at the Woodfield Mall in Schaumburg, Illinois. And this one, what's significant about this one? Last one near HQ. So today is the last day of operation. That is crazy. Today is the last day of operation for the last Sears store within the state of Illinois, the state that the company was founded in. I think that's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy that the Sears stores outside of Illinois are not liquidating. So when I found out that this location was closing, I knew that I knew automatically this was the death of the chain. There is no reason for this chain to continue now, especially now with their closest store near HQ shutting down. But obviously the news does not come as a significant surprise. The main issue is the mall itself. It's a very thriving mall. It's owned by Simon Property Group. There's a lot of good anchors at the mall. The main issue with the mall, excuse me for yawning. But the main issue with the mall is the fact that it's upscale, and Sears, obviously, it was one of those stores that was just kind of standing in the way of progress. I mean, they didn't really evolve the store, and they downsized it, yes, but they didn't really evolve it, and now unfortunately it's shutting down. Today's the last day of operation for the Sears store at the Woodfield Mall in Schaumburg, Illinois. But very sad too, and obviously people losing their job, like I've said before. This is really going to displace a lot of people that are going to be out of work, and they're going to have to find new jobs and new careers, because obviously the workers cannot collect unemployment forever. So it looks like back in the day this was probably some sort of skylight. I'm sure I don't know if the store still uses it, but probably not at this point. I'm sure because the store has been completely reconfigured. I'm sure the skylight they just covered it up at this point. So. Anyways, so the next Sears store that's unfortunately shutting down today, it's the Sears store at the Colonial Park Mall in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, the last Sears store outside of Philadelphia. This is definitely a sad one too. It is opening today. Today's the last day. I've actually seen pictures of a couple people actually met up at this store last week, and they got some collectibles from this location. Definitely sad. Another casualty. The last Sears store it's outside of Philadelphia, so definitely sad to see this one go as well. The Auto Center, I believe, closed last month, or it probably closed a couple months ago. I don't know exactly when the Auto Center shut down, but I know a lot of them now are shutting down. As you guys have seen as you guys have seen from the video that I created yesterday, But again, it's the Sears store at the Colonial Park Mall in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, shutting down on Sunday, November 14th, 2021. So the final Sears store that's also shutting down today is the Sears store in Brooklyn, New York. This was the third to last Sears shutting down. Massapequa, there was 3 Sears stores left in New York. Massapequa unfortunately crapped the bed much earlier on, even as this store was liquidating. And most of the inventory that was at Massapequa was transferred to this Sears store in Brooklyn in order to just liquidate it. This is another sad casualty. Why? This is the last art de facto store within the Sears fleet. So this is very sad. This is exactly what Hackensack used to look like back in the day, and that closed unfortunately last year. And now this store is closing this year. Today, Sunday, November 14th, 2021 is the final day of operation for this Sears store, unfortunately. No more Sears stores in New York City after this. And not only no more Sears stores in New York City, there will be no more Transform Co. properties after today within New York City. And we'll get to that in a minute. But this is definitely sad to see this store go. Very nice architecture of the store, and just overall very sad to see it go. The last art de facto store in the fleet will be no more. Hopefully they can do some kind of apartments. I mean, I'm sure the building is a historical landmark, so they'll probably just do like apartments or something in here. Probably apartments in kind of like a town center feel. I can't imagine they would knock it down, considering it's a historical landmark. It would be very dumb for them to knock it down. And then right across the street over here was the former Sears Auto Center, which I believe has since closed, unfortunately. So as I said before, why is this the last Transform Co. store to operate in New York City? Oh, and a little side note too, the Kmart mini department store inside the Sears Brooklyn store also closing today as well. So that's right, guys. The Kmart store at the Bay Plaza shopping center in the Bronx, New York, is unfortunately shutting down as well. Another Kmart store shutting down. This Kmart store was slated to shut down, I believe. Not that one. Sorry, wrong Kmart location. So this Kmart store was actually slated to shut down, I believe. Sorry, it was slated to shut down Christmas Eve. However, due to inventory levels in this Kmart store at the Bay Plaza Shopping Center in the Bronx, New York, this is now actually slated to shut down today due to inventory levels. And the Kmart store at the Crossroads Shopping Center in White Plains, New York, that store is slated to shut down Wednesday, November 24th, 2021. So yeah, guys, that's gonna really do it for this video. Again, to these people working at these stores right now, I do wish the absolute best of luck for all of these workers on finding new jobs and new careers. Because obviously all the people today are losing their job at these Kmart and Sears locations. So again, unfortunately, the Kmart in White Plains will be open up for an additional week and a half. That store's final day of operation will be Wednesday, November 24th, 2021, and the Kmart store at the Marshall Plaza Shopping Center in Marshall, Michigan will be shutting down next Sunday, and then after those two closings, the Kmart store at the McKnight Crossing Shopping Center in Grass Valley, California, that store will be shutting down Sunday, December 19th, 2021. So anyways, guys, thank you again for watching this video. Thank you guys again for watching this video. Please make sure to check the link located in the description below for all the liquidating stores. And I actually will do a little side thing on SB360 Capital Partners LLC to show you guys which stores are closing for the final time today and which stores will remain open after today on the liquidating list. So anyways, guys, thank you again for watching this part, and that. Alright, so guys, here is the list of the liquidating Sears and Kmart stores. So we're going to actually now show you guys which locations are closing for the final time today. So, the Sears store in Downey, California. Whoa, did not mean to do that. Command Z that. I meant to do this. So the Sears store in Downey, California, closing for the final time today. The Sears store in Pasadena, California. Oh. Command Z that real quick. Sears, whoa, okay, no, that's a little too high. So Sears in Pasadena, California, closing for the final time today, and Downey, California as well. Sears Woodfield Mall, too high. Sears Woodfield Mall, still too high. Sears at Woodfield Mall in Schaumburg, Illinois, closing for the final time today. The Sears store at the okay, there we go. I'm on a straight line. So the Sears store at the Queen Kamaku Center in Kalakaui, Hawaii, also closing for the final time today. And Sears Hastings Ranch Plaza, Pasadena, California, and Sears store at the Stonewood Center in Downey, California, also closing for the final time today. The Kmart store at Baychester Avenue in Bronx, New York, closing for the final time today. So we'll go ahead and X that out. Kmart and Sears in Brooklyn, same address, both closing. The Kmart mini store and the Sears big full-line department store in Brooklyn, New York, both closing for the final time today. In addition, the Kmart, not White Plains yet, Sears store at the Colonial Park Mall in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, closing for the final time today. Just a little bit too high on that one, unfortunately. And finally, the Sears appliance store in Nargado, Puerto Rico, also closing for the final time today as well, or already has closed since. So that leaves us with 3 Kmarts to remain. So the Kmart store at the Crossroads Shopping Center in White Plains, New York, will be closing Wednesday, November 24th, 2021. The Kmart store at the Marshall Plaza Shopping Center in Marshall, Michigan, will be closing next Sunday, which is Sunday, November 21st, 2021. And the Kmart store at the McKnight Crossing Shopping Center in Grass Valley, California, that will be shutting down Sunday, December 19th, 2021. So, anyways, guys, thank you again for watching this video. Please make sure to check the link that will be located in the video description below for the comprehensive list of liquidating stores that are going to be wrapping up liquidation sales today with SB360 Capital Partners, LLC. And, yeah, so anyways, guys, thank you again for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed this video, and